Magma Fincorp is the stock in focus right now. The company has been turning around on their numbers front last couple of quarters, and this quarter too saw some good, improvement in asset quality, and IMs expanding. So we have the management joining us on the show. So thanks very much for your time. It's been a good quarter for you, growth-wise too, 75% plus. Take us through the other performance drivers and how has it been cleaning the books last 3-4 quarters, the strategy which you have deployed.
So you see the great performance that has come about in the third quarter is on account of three major developments. One, the margin expansion has been very significant, and now our net interest margins have crossed 9%. And this has largely happened on account of the improvement in the income due to the higher share of the earning book, reduction in the cost of funds, and also the lesser slippages that we have witnessed in the portfolio. The second, our cost to income ratio has also improved quite significantly during the quarter. So our absolute expenses we have kept under control, even though our loan book is yet to show growth, but the operating parameters are performing exceedingly well. And the third region is our credit cost has also been kept under check. So these three regions have contributed to the boost in the profitability for the quarter.
Afternoon, Mr. Chamriana. Your NPA ratios have shown an improvement on a QOQ basis. Can you tell us what the outlook is on your gross NPAs going forward?
So during the entire 9 months period, in fact, including the quarter under review, our gross NPAs in absolute amounts also have not moved. And despite the reduction in the loan book, as I said that the loan book is yet to show a growth, our net NPAs have reduced, and as a percentage of the AUM and also in gross in the absolute amount. This is an extremely healthy sign, and as our loan book starts growing, and which we expect from Q4 of this year, the percentage of net NPA to the AUM will look even healthier. This has happened, as you mentioned, that we did a cleanup in March 2017 by doing an all-time high NPA sale, or rather the first time we did an NPA sale. And from 1st April 2017, we have been containing the absolute amount of the NPAs, and while we are increasing our provisioning coverage ratio. Even during the third quarter, our PCR has improved from 23 point something to 26%. So there is a 3% increase in the PCR. So all this is resulting in the reduction of the net NPA. So much so that now in the fourth quarter, we will migrate to 90 DPD norm of RBI, and we are fairly confident that our net NPAs, which is around 5.3% of the AUM, will remain even by migrating to 90 plus by end of Q4.
So the best highlight of this quarter was the way your margins have actually expanded to almost 9% now. Talk to us, what have been the reasons that significant margin improvement has happened, the drivers on a sequential basis, and what's the outlook from here on? How much scope more for margin expansion?
So as we have shared in our opening commentary, even in the beginning of the year, that we will work on the product and the customer mix to protect our margins, and also keep an eye on the risk return ratios. As a result, what we have done is we have reduced our exposure on the tractor segment, and on the other end we have increased our exposure on the used assets. Both the asset classes give us the similar amount of gross yields. On the other hand, we have also increased our exposure in the small and the light commercial vehicle segment, and the commercial vehicle in general, which has been showing the signs of rebound. So the combination of all these measures has resulted in the protection of the gross yields. On the other hand, our cost of funds has been steadily coming down. Third, as I mentioned, that with the higher share of the earning book, so therefore all these three factors are resulting in the improvement in the net interest income, and which has expanded to more than 9%. Going into the future, I don't think that we are expecting any further improvement in that. Rather, our focus will be on growing the loan book, and even if we have a slight reduction in the net interest income, we would be fine with that.
Thanks for sharing with us your outlook, and wishing you all the very best. Magma Fincorp down about 2% at 156. Colgate just about stabilizing at 11.22 in trade.